Young Londoners are said to be less likely to report crime because of their lack of trust in the police. The findings are in a report by the London Assembly member Jenny Jones, who's called for territorial support group units to be scrapped and replaced by better trained local police officers. We can find out more now from our political correspondent, Carl Mercer.
I was just walking, minding my own business. I was walking out, just hanging around with my friends.
This is a video the Met Police made to explain the way it stops and searches people. It's a policy at the heart of much of the tension between the police and young people in particular. But how much have attitudes changed since that video was made a couple of years ago? Not much, according to these young men at a Stoke Newington youth club this afternoon. They wouldn't even be filmed because, they said, they were worried what would happen if they criticised the police on camera.
My experience, I'll just come out my house, see the police, stop you and say, we'll stop you for drugs or weapons, even though I've never been nicked, arrested for drugs or weapons.
If someone nicked your phone, would you go to the police and say, someone's nicked my phone?
No. No.
Would you report any crime?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
When you see the van, it's just the sliding doors straight away, like 12 officers jump out on you, on one guy.
That criticism is echoed in a new report on young people's attitudes to the police by the Green Party. It says it's time for change, particularly of the Met's territorial support group.
When they see a TSG van, they say, oh, it's a bully van, and that's just the way they see these guys. And so there are two options: either scrap the TSG, which is the option I would favour, or make sure that their training is much, much better and is youth-led.
Young people in the police do meet up here. The Met and the Territorial Support Group say they're also involved in lots of similar projects. Complaints, they say, are down.
It's not just a public order unit. We serve 90% of our time is basically working with boroughs and working with colleagues to actually try and suppress crime and looking at knife crime, gang crime and things like that. So I think to disband it would probably put something in the region of about 30 officers back on each of the boroughs, and that's actually going to dilute the effect that the TSG actually currently have.
The Met is doing more, but also knows it still has some way to go if it's to change all hearts and minds. Carl Mercer, BBC London News.
Well, still to come.